Hello everyone, welcome back to Easy Education London, and this is the ultimate guide for the GCSE English Language Paper 2. So this is the last and final English language exam that you are all going to sit, and what I wanted to do is provide some revision tips and how to approach the exam on Monday. So the exam is of course out of 80 marks, and for you to do well you need to do well equally in both section A and section B. So for section A, you need to make sure you familiarize yourself with what language and structure is, and also importantly you are able to compare. Paper 2 is all about comparing, so you'll have two inserts. So one will be a modern text and one will be an older text, perhaps from the 19th or 20th century. So you need to demonstrate to the examiner you have the ability to compare and contrast. Now they may ask you to compare the similarities, but that is unlikely. Most of the time it's focusing on the differences. So if I was you, look at the past papers, practice the past papers, and have a go at answering questions 2 and 4, because this language paper, especially for reading, is all about comparing source A to source B, and you need to support it with relevant quotes in terms of A, language, and B, structure. So that's an important top tip. Now for question 3, fortunately you all have done something similar to this. In fact, identical in language paper 1. So you're looking at language analysis here of how the writer uses language. So that includes words and phrases, language features and techniques, and also sentence forms. So please make sure you try to find these within the insert. And I can guarantee you will find examples of simile, sibilance, metaphors, personification, emotive language, imagery, etc. So the exam board give you these devices intentionally. So your job is to work out and explain how it's used for effect. So what is the impact of using this language here? Because if you want to score the top marks, the effect is the key in order for you to score the top marks or level 4. And remember, this question, make sure you are exploring the effect on the reader. And question 4, I've spoken about this many times. You are comparing the writer's perspectives here, the viewpoints. So one could be, for example, the writer in source A is optimistic, is positive towards sports, whereas in source B, the writer has a pessimistic attitude towards sports and reiterates the harsh realities of sport and the corruption that comes with it. So these are things you are exploring for question 4, and it's a mini essay you're writing. 16 marks is a lot, year 11, so you need to make sure you write a lot for this question. That doesn't mean you just write anything random. You need to write things that show the writer's perspectives, okay, and how they are different in source A and source B. And remember, question 5, the last and final question, the most important question. Again, some of you may decide to have a go at this towards the end of the exam, or alternatively you might start off with your question 5. But the important point here is for your answer to sound compelling and convincing. So this means your answer should be interesting but also believable. So make sure when you use facts and figures or expert opinion, make sure it sounds reasonable and not something absurd or something strange. So make sure that is your priority and write an answer which is convincing and compelling. Now, you may have heard of the 2-2-2 rule, which I have covered previously in our old videos. So you want to try to follow this and adhere to it in your exam. Each paragraph should aim to include 2 examples of ambitious vocabulary, 2 examples of language techniques, and 2 examples of punctuation. Try to use a wide variety of punctuation if you want to score top marks. And importantly, make sure you use it accurately. Sentence forms, use different sentence forms, different sentence types, short simple sentence, long complex sentence, compound sentences, an imperative sentence. So these are things that a lot of students for some reason forget. If you can use it correctly, then you are on your way to score top marks for this question. And remember, ultimately, year 11, this is the final paper that you will ever do for English, unless you study it for A-levels. So why not make it the best answer you have ever written in your entire life? So that is my sort of ultimate guide for the GCSE English Language Paper 2. which is going to be sat on Monday. So best of luck to you all. I'm sure you all will do really, really well. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the continuous support. Please like the video, please comment and share it with your friends. Thank you for watching.